July 2021 was the hottest month in modern history, and few places were hotter than the Middle East and North Africa, where sea and land temperatures neared or hit new records. Here in the Gulf, we're used to scorching heat, with temperatures that regularly top 45 degrees Celsius, 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists like George Zitis say this heat will only get more extreme.
Have very strong amounts of solar radiation, very low cloud cover and precipitation. This is causing the extreme environmental conditions that we see in the region. And we expect this to become worse in the future.
Data studied by Zitis and his team indicate that business as usual in greenhouse gas emissions will soon cause unprecedented heat waves. In the Mediterranean, heat and a decline in precipitation could drive more intense droughts, like the ones that created the conditions for wildfires in places like Greece, Turkey, and Algeria this summer. In the Gulf, heat waves could top 56 degrees Celsius and last for weeks.
Actually, we're expecting to reach the limits of survivability in parts of the region, so human discomfort will be really high. We expect to have direct health impacts. For example, heat strokes, heat-tolerant animals could be affected.
Coastal cities in the Persian Gulf like Dubai and Doha have already felt conditions close to these limits. Humans regulate their body temperature by sweating, but at high enough levels of heat and humidity, a so-called wet bulb temperature, sweat won't evaporate fast enough for humans to keep body heat in check for more than a few hours. Air conditioning is mostly ubiquitous in the Gulf, but temperature extremes pose a new challenge.
When the dry bulb and wet bulb temperature increases, the humidity goes up, and these big cooling towers, which are responsible for giving us the cold air inside, will not be enough to give you a comfortable temperature inside the house.
Flashy plans for futuristic, sustainable cities, like Neom in Saudi Arabia, may someday allow for more efficient living in the Gulf. But for now, inefficient air conditioning and energy subsidies are two of the reasons these countries are among the world's worst polluters.
We did some analysis and we found that 1 degree increase in the temperature outdoor will increase by 10% the air conditioning energy use in Riyadh. But there is limited initiative, at least to the existing, what we call the old building, the retrofit. And actually, this is not a problem for the Gulf, that's throughout the world.
But there's a potential upside: jobs.
We estimate about 250,000 per year over 10 years in Saudi Arabia.
We mitigate climate change. We reduce the amounts of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The temperature will still increase, but in a much slower pace. And this will provide us the window that we need to adapt.
In Doha, Simone Foxman, Bloomberg News.